Ladies, we're here tonight on the show. Let me make sure this shit works. Let me make sure this shit is working. Hold on. Hello. The fuck is happening? Hello? Is this shit even working? Okay, we're working. All right, let's go. Let's start this show. All right, so today I am here to talk about the Philadelphia Toronto game. What a game this was. Oh my lord. What a game. Oh my lord, at times it felt like Toronto led by a lot, but Philadelphia kept on coming back, man. They just kept on coming back. Um but man, what a game. Kawhi Leonard was absolutely, without question, the best player on the floor. Oh my lord, was he special tonight or what? I was getting a little bit frustrated with these Philadelphia players. I'm like, do they even want it? It was weird because I thought Philadelphia in the first half completely played like shit, but they were still in the freaking game. But I was getting the first half for Philadelphia was trash. It really was. They got going in the second half. Tobias Harris ended up finishing with 15 points, 10 rebounds. Joel Embiid finished with 21 points, 11 rebounds. Simmons finished with 13 points. Jimmy Butler finished with 16. JJ Redick finished with 17. Jimmy Butler did not have that great of a game. He had only 2 points at halftime. He was completely trash in the first half, only 2 points. Kind of redeemed himself in the second half with 14 points. But he could have been better tonight. I thought he would for sure show up tonight. And he struggled. I mean, especially in the first half, only 2 points. He ended up with shooting 5 for 14, 14 shots, made 5 of them. Finished with 16 points. Jimmy Butler struggled tonight. He struggled. I did not expect that to happen, but Jimmy struggled tonight. A lot of people struggled tonight, but some guy that I did not expect to struggle was Jimmy Butler. And especially in the first half, he was absolutely trash, was Jimmy Butler. JJ Redick, he was, he only shot about 4 for 8 for the 3-point line. I thought everybody for Philadelphia struggled in the first half. I thought a lot of them redeemed themselves, especially Joel Embiid, who ended up finishing with 21 points, 11 rebounds. But yeah, man, they don't have no bench. Literally only 8 points off that bench. Terrible. And then for Toronto, you got to sing the same way. A reason why they could have won this game by 15, 25 points, especially the way the first half went for Philadelphia. But the same thing happened to them. Nobody really showed up other than Kawhi Leonard. Siakam with 11 points. Got Marc Gasol with 7 points. Kyle Lowry, like I predicted, was not going to show up. He didn't really show up tonight with 10 points. Shot 13 shots, only made 4. Danny Green, he at times I even wondered if he was out there. Only 2 points. Now Siakam was special. He had Ibaka. He had 17 points. But man, this team is getting carried by Kawhi Leonard. This is what I say. I don't like their chances versus Milwaukee because Kawhi Leonard is carrying this team. That he really is. Ibaka chipped in nicely with 17. But other than that, nobody's doing anything for this team. Like seriously, Kawhi Leonard is carrying them. And that's why I do not think, because you're going to have to match up against Antetokounmpo, Middleton, if Malcolm Brogdon comes back, George Hill's playing good, Lopez with the threes. I don't like their chances. I think Milwaukee's better talented. They got better players. They got better scorers. I don't think Kawhi Leonard's going to be able to carry Toronto the way he has so far versus the Magic and the Sixers. I think when Milwaukee, you will be in trouble. He's going to need Siakam to be special. He's going to need Kyle Lowry to show up. He's going to need Danny Green to knock off some shots. He's going to need Ibaka. I just don't see it. That's been the problem with Toronto all year. They haven't been able to put it together. Other than Kawhi Leonard, maybe Siakam at times. I don't trust this team. I really don't. But yeah, we got to get to the end, obviously. Kawhi Leonard knocking that game winner to win it, 92-90. Oh my lord, what a shot by Kawhi Leonard at the end to win it, 92-90. Like I said, the entire time, it felt like Toronto had control of the game, but every time you thought they were going to take over, Philadelphia would come back. But At the end, man, Kawhi Leonard, I thought he was going to ice the game at the free throw line. He shot, he was going to go to the line for two free throws. He only made one. He misses the other one. Then Jimmy Butler goes to the other end real fast, attacks the rim, gets a layup, and ties it up 90-90. And I'm like, oh my Lord. And I thought for sure we were going to go to overtime. Because that fucking, how many seconds? There was like fucking 3-4 seconds left. Marc Gasol passing it in to Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard knew exactly what shot he wanted. He completely ran to the baseline and took that off balance two-pointer. But he knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly what kind of shot he wanted. You could see him running complete. He almost ran over. He was like in the middle of the court when he received that pass from Marc Gasol. Completely ran all the way to the baseline and knocked that shot down. And he got a friendly roll, man. He got friendly bounce, man. That shit should have gone. It took like two to three bounces to go in. I think I even said he missed it, and then he sticked it in. I'm like, oh, he made it. It was a crazy shot, man. I don't think I think when it came off his hands, he kind of even takes a knee. Like he knows he felt like he missed it, and then he makes, and then he jumps back up and starts celebrating. Like you could tell that was a lucky shot. That was a lucky shot by Kawhi Leonard. But hey, man, you got to give it to him because the other 39 shots were not luck. So you got to give him the credit, man. He deserves it. Somebody deserves to knock down a lucky game winner. It was Kawhi Leonard, the way he carried his team in this series, man. So shout out to Kawhi Leonard. He was special tonight. 41 points. I look forward to the matchup between Kawhi Leonard and Antetokounmpo in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's going to be a hell of a matchup. But yeah, you eventually need these other players to show up for Toronto, man. Otherwise, they're going to be in trouble versus Milwaukee. As far as Philadelphia, hey, at least everybody scored at least 10 points, Harris, 15. Joel Embiid, 21. Simmons, 13. Butler, 16. J.J. Redick, 17. Something that I'm going to go to, and I think Jimmy Butler knows it, that first half from Jimmy. It was terrible. If something I can go back, there's a lot of things you can go back to, but if there's something I can say Philadelphia caused themselves was Jimmy Butler's first half. It was trash. It was trash, man. He redeemed himself with 14 points in the second half, but I expected a big, big game out of Jimmy Butler, and he failed. He failed, especially in that first half. To me, that's what I take away from this. Shout out to Toronto. Shout out for Kawhi Leonard for hitting that game-winning shot. But if there's something I take away from this game, I'm like, Jimmy Butler, you failed on us. You really did. You failed. I thought it was going to be the Jimmy Butler, Kawhi Leonard show. And Jimmy Butler, just like game one, this performance was not as bad as game one when he only had 10 points. But it's like funny because he started the series terrible with that 10-point game. And now he finished it with a 16-point game. Hey, you just wonder, those two games, game one and game seven, Jimmy Butler would have played better. You just wonder, they just need one of those games, whether it's game one where he only had 10 points or tonight where he only had 16. It's only 2 points in the first half. You wonder, one of those two games, if he has a normal Jimmy Butler game, maybe tonight, Philadelphia, we're sitting here talking about them heading to the Eastern Conference Finals to play Milwaukee instead of Toronto. I thought, look, a lot of people did not show up in this series at times, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, for Toronto side, Kyle Lowry at times did not show up. But if there's one guy that I know for sure is capable of showing up, and at times I thought in this series I was a little bit disappointed by him, was Jimmy Butler, especially tonight, game 7, and all the way back 2 weeks ago in game 1. If there's somebody I'm disappointed in this series about, and I thought I expected better of, was Jimmy Butler in game 1 and in game 7. I thought he came up short. That's the guy that really hurt my ass if I'm a Philadelphia fan. That's the guy I did not think he was going to fail me, especially tonight in the game 7, and he only had 2 points at halftime. That's where I scratch my ass, and I wonder, is this guy worth the max next summer? I really do. Because this is where you really expect Jimmy Butler, your best player, to carry you. Go crazy, just the way Leonard did for 41, and then the game winner. And Jimmy took forever to get going, finished with 16. You gotta wonder, is this guy about shit or full of shit? Anyways, he's a good player. He's one of the best two-way players in the league. But I thought, especially tonight, and even in game one, he came up short. He came up short tonight. Only 2 points at halftime. I expect that. I expect a little bit more from my best player. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I'm out like a light. What the fuck is happening to the show? I see everybody's in the comment section. What's up, everybody? Oh, man, I think I have Japanese. All right, guys, I'm out. Have a good night, everybody. All right, shout out to everybody in the live chat. I'm not going to answer anything. I really have to use the restroom. But thank you for joining that show. Shout out to everybody, Didi, Arthur, David, Russell Johnson. Shout out to all of you on the show. Welcome to the show. And until next time, I'm out like a light. I have to use the restroom. What the fuck is happening?